Grade, and I'm actually at the Nairobi airport waiting for my next flight. I recently just left South Africa, and not only did I leave, I basically escaped that country.
Dear brothers and sisters, the gospel is on, and my people are getting the message. Is it worth it to stay where you are not wanted? What is it that you have that will make you waste your life in a place filled with the people whose minds are twisted backwards to hate their own skin?
Walking down the streets, feeling the breeze, in the sunshine state where dreams come with ease. Palm trees swaying with the ocean in view. This is the place where I always feel brand new. Sipping on a smoothie, chilling by the shore. Got my shades on, feeling like I can't be ignored. Sun-kissed skin, feeling so alive in the soft rap game. I strive to thrive. Waves crashing on the sand as I ride the vibe. Soft rap flowing.
It is becoming obvious in the end that your father's land is incomparable. Dear brothers and sisters, I will put it out there. It is a taboo to speak ill of your ancestral land because one day, also chwai kedebe ya baga. Ụfọdụ kwuru sị na ọsọ chụrụ anyị ịmalọbe nna anyị. The earlier you realize that your father's land, your nation is your resting place for your spirit, the better you begin to bless your homeland. I do tell people that a foreign land is a foreign land, irrespective of the grandeur or the facade and the enticement. One day you will finally wake up to realize how beautiful your nation is.
Hi everyone, I am Grade, and I'm actually at the Nairobi airport waiting for my next flight. I recently just left South Africa, and not only did I leave, I basically escaped that country. I think the misconception is that people think that when you go to abroad, if you're an African and you go to abroad, you've made it, right? Like you've made it, you've arrived. And most people see South Africa as like abroad, right? It's not. It's still an African country, and the fact that it just got grey listed is also like huge. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I've escaped the country. Like I took my bags and I was on the go. Okay, I'm excited to go to Nigeria. Like, to be honest, I don't care what nobody gotta say about that country. It's my country. I love it. That's where I want to be. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities there for me, and I'm just, ready to receive, okay, with open arms, okay. And literally I'll be starting from scratch, but it's worth it instead of being stuck in a country where they even want you out anyways. And yeah, I just feel like Nigeria is a beautiful country. We love each other, we help each other, like that's a big deal. We help each other out a lot. And yeah, I'm just literally so excited that I'm on my way there, and I've been getting so many confirmations because I'm a spiritual person. So I've been getting like so many confirmations of like me leaving, and I'm finally doing it, and it's a dream come true. So yeah, I love Nigeria, and that's where I want to be, at least for now. I'm going back to my country. I don't care what nobody say about Nigeria. That's my country, and I must stick beside my country. I must stick beside her. I must stick beside she, okay?
Until you leave Niger and truly become honest with yourself, you won't value the beauty of Nigeria and Nigerians. John Dosso Chugo. Any day, any time, my people Nigerians are unique, no cap. But here is the thing, many of my brothers and sisters badmouth Nigeria and feed the senseless narrative that we are lawless in this nation. They feel that you can do anything here and do get away with it. The simple truth is that because we are citizens, we tend to easily be overlooked in certain areas by governments. However, until you commit crime and get caught in the act, you won't understand how strict Nigeria is. Until you enter the trap of the law, you will understand that this nation is strict.
Some people go say, Nigeria is a lawless country. Nigeria is a lawless country. My friend, commit crime first. Nigeria is a lawless country. No law for Nigeria. It's a lawless. Commit crime. Commit crime first. you go know that law there or not. Let commit crime now, commit crime, make you know that law there or not.
He is absolutely correct. If you come to Nigeria and you listen to our news daily, you will see how Nigerian government or how the law is dealing with crime committers in Nigeria. And that is why some of them may run to any other nation. But in Nigeria, if the government should catch them, if the law should catch them, if security agencies should catch them, my dear, no be moi moi. A lot of naive tribalistic people think that people will only leave Nigeria, while some naive foreigners don't think that their land is the only place housing illegal immigrants. I'm not saying you should overlook illegal immigrants in your land, but in most cases, Nigerians in your land are there legally. In Nigeria, there are millions of illegal migrants from different parts of Africa. There are so many of them in Nigeria. And many of them are being deported. It's just because you don't listen to our news. So many of them are being deported, but we don't go around claiming that they are criminals or trying to badmouth them just to deport them. If they are here illegally and they did not provide any document or ID, especially those hiding under the shadows of being Nigerians to commit crimes, we deport them. Because here in Nigeria, we do not discriminate against foreigners. So many foreigners are here, even illegally, doing their business and doing their things. Why there are some of them that are criminals who are in the land, causing chaos and engaging themselves in so many criminal activities, while claiming to be Nigerians in Nigeria. So you see, it is not only in your land that foreigners are criminals.
Nigerian authorities have arrested 378 illegal immigrants from 4 African countries. Here's what happened. The Ogun State Immigration Command carried out the operation based on credible intelligence in Lambe, Ajuwon, and Akute. A total of 334 Cameroonians, 27 Ghanaians, 26 Beninese, and 1 Togolese were detained, all without valid documents. Officials say they entered Nigeria illegally through unauthorized border routes and had no form of ID during questioning. Now, Nigeria's immigration chief has ordered their deportation, following all legal procedures to tighten border security.
In our first story, the Nigerian government has deported 828 illegal immigrants this year as part of its efforts to curb irregular migration and enhance border security. Now, the Interior Minister, Tunji Olu, revealed that the Nigerian Immigration Service cleared a 200,000 passport backlog in 3 weeks and has also issued a 1.8 million passports in 2024. I love that Nigeria is taking itself very seriously, and I'm going to take some tweets concerning that. Oladele says, Nigeria of all countries are deporting people as well. Yes, we're a wonderful nation. I'll take another tweet. Charlie says, anything America does, we do twice. We'll take some more tweets. T-Mark says, it is the season of deportation. Border security is a very serious issue, and I'm happy that Nigeria is taking itself serious and taking security seriously as well.
Shifting focus to West Africa, Nigeria has deported over 60 illegal immigrants back to the junta-led Mali. Nigerian officials say that they have deported 62 undocumented migrants back to Mali. This group includes 51 men and 11 women, all detained for illegal entry and removed through formal immigration channels.
So you see, for those of you thinking that you are special and your country is the only country housing immigrants, there are so many of them in Nigeria, and we treat you well. And sometimes when government get a hold of some of them that are illegal here, they will also send them back to where they came from. This is even partly why some of our brothers and sisters from some neighboring nations lie through their teeth that they are Nigerians. There are more of you in Nigeria than Nigerians in your nation. Take for instance, South African girls. Please, what exactly are you doing in Nigeria beside baka business?
What do you guys do for a living? What do you ladies do for a living? Because when you're a Nigerian in South Africa, you scrutinize every now and then. What do you guys do for a living? You Nigerians, what do you do for a living? Someone even said, I've never seen a Nigerian going around with CV looking for jobs. Even me, I've never seen a South African lady living in Nigeria or a South African living in Nigeria going around looking for jobs, holding CV. So what do you all guys do for a living? Because if you're a Nigerian in South Africa, you're attacked with only one profession. Only one profession. Like, even if you're a doctor or anything, they don't want to know. Everybody does only one thing as long as you're a Nigerian. So please, South African ladies, because there are a lot of South African ladies nowadays in Nigeria, what do you ladies do for a living?
That is the beautiful question that needs a good response, because there are so many of South African ladies in Nigeria, especially in Victoria Island. From one club to another, na them Fulham, with their big nyash and almost naked. But in their land, they try to scrutinize everything and they label Nigerians into only one job profile or job category. And the question keeps rising. What exactly did Nigerians do?
There's definitely South Africans in Nigeria, but our experiences are very different. There's literally, in my knowledge, no South African in Nigeria that will tell you that they experience xenophobic attacks or being treated like an outsider. Like I said, we are actually quite welcoming people in Nigeria. We don't believe in segregation. Whereas in South Africa, the moment they find out that you're an outsider, you're already an enemy. Like, I've noticed that if you're an outsider, even South Africans that don't like one another would be friends just to bully you. So yeah, absolutely. There's South Africans in Nigeria, but like the experiences are totally different. You can ask anyone.
And you and I know that Nigeria is not just their problems. Every black African is their problem. They quarrel with people, they are fighting the Zimbabweans, they are fighting the Somalians, they are fighting the Nigerians, they are fighting all the blacks that are in their nation, while glorifying those of other races. Even there are people that are sensible, because not all South Africans are this twisted. There are sensible South Africans, and these people are shouting at them to return back to normalcy.
Oh, the drama of Johannesburg. The whole South Africa, the drama we have is a drama in this country, seriously. But hey, my foreign ambassador tell him sevens. Man, create jobs. Don't complain. You can create jobs and employ your own people. Stop saying, hey, they're taking our jobs. Which jobs? There is all the jobs that you are crying for are being created by foreigners. It is the foreigners who created those jobs. And a big company is for a foreign national guy whom has been well documented. He came with his money here and he employed people of his own choice. Those who accept low wages. And you are running around here. I was watching another video this morning. The MK wearing t-shirts, people like, hey, we have taken out 64 foreigners from this campaign. That job will be given to citizens, will be given to these fighters. Every day they will be employing 10 people. I think it was in Durban, somewhere there. Guys, stop being stupid. Create jobs and employ people. Always you are complaining. I'm a foreigner, start savings. Please, please. You are bringing down the image of this country to a low level whereby you are fighting for jobs, guys.
South Africans, especially the black ones, my brothers and sisters, you are a bunch of cowards. You are a bunch of cowardians. Yeah? When it comes to chasing, you can march for black Africans to be taken away of our country, but you cannot march for our people to benefit from our mineral resources. Eh? You are cowardians. Eh? If you went to school and studied cowardness, I would be calling you a bunch of cowardiologists.
Even a Zulu monarch tried to talk sense into them, that is if they were here.
wethu asimasukuphatha kabi noma ukuhlukumeza abantu bangaphandle.
The Zulu monarch used this platform to call for an end to the mistreatment of foreign nationals. King Misuzulu Kazwelithini addressed scores of supporters who gathered at Stanger High School sports field.
I wish they would listen and learn, but many of them are really what their brother is calling some of them, a bunch of Even the people you are adoring and glorifying and petting, despite being of another skin, aren't condemning Nigerians. And they are seeing for a fact that we are breaking boundaries.
Guys, I don't know what it is, bro, but there's so many Nigerian O's in South Africa, in Cape Town, with so much money, bro. Like, I'm actually, like, genuine talk. I'm like, what the frick? Like, every single like car recently that I've been driving past. I've driven past a Ferrari, I drove past a freaking huge, lots of G-Wagons. And I was like, what the frick is going on here? Like, these O's are balling, they're living their freaking best life. Like, what do these O's do, bro? Like, what do these O's do? Are they in real estate? Are they in finance? What do they do, bro?
I have a lot of admiration for Nigerians.
For sure.
And I love the way they speak.
Yeah.
We come back.
Yes, it is the spirit of resilience. I'm not saying that there are no Nigerians into some dark things, but majority of us are hustlers. Majority of us are making our money in the upright way. We are Nigerians. We are always working smarter. Laziness is not something that we are proud of. Yes, there are Nigerians who are lazy. I must tell you, but majority of us aren't lazy. It is not our signature, and I can say that with my full chest. Can you all stop that mentality that Nigerians come to your land because they are running away, that they are running away from their land? Because you are mistaken, and I would put it to you that you are deceiving yourself with such ideology.
Why do some South Africans think that just because, Nigerians, West Africans travel abroad, that we are running away from our country? Now, this is a sentiment that I don't quite understand, but I've been hearing this for years now, especially since last year. That you travel outside Nigeria, you go to somebody else's country, you're running away. And I have never really understood the logic behind these statements. Because if you guys have been watching my content, you know that though I am Nigerian, I don't automatically always side with Nigeria just because I'm Nigerian. I don't do blind loyalty. It's not how I do my things. I believe in logic. And there are certain times, in certain contexts, I side 100% with South Africans. But on this particular topic of assuming that just because Nigerians and West Africans travel to America, travel to different countries, we are running away and we don't want to build our country. That is so not true. That is logically false. As a matter of fact, just so you know, to the South Africans who may not know, just because somebody travels outside your country doesn't automatically mean they are not contributing to building their country. Further, the bulk of the foreign currency inflow to Nigeria beyond sales of oil is diaspora remittance from Nigerians in the diaspora. And that alone is such a massive contributor to building the country. Do you know how many Nigerian kids go to school today because of sending money back home? Do you know how many businesses in Nigeria has been started because of the money we send back home? Do you know how many people are able to eat and feed and sustain themselves because of the money we send back home as Nigerians? We are contributing to building the country. Now, the percentage that the government takes from the money we send back home and how the government uses that money, this is completely out of my hands, man. But from individual to individual, we are absolutely building the country from an individual to community standpoint. Take the government aside. Now, I know we cannot take the government out of the equation, but just for this context, let us take the government aside. Let me give you an example. Let's say somebody sends $100 back to Nigeria, right? That $100, you send it to your family, you send it to your mom. or your dad, or your brother, or your sister. You send it back home. That $100 abroad is still quite some money, but back home in Nigeria, it is a lot of money. That $100 that did not exist before now is in the pocket of a Nigerian in Nigeria. They can now use that money to pay school fees, education. They can now use that money to buy food. And that money that has been used to purchase food in Nigeria now is pumping money back into the economy of Nigeria. This is how it works. And by the way, in 2024 alone, if I am not mistaken, the contributions of Nigerians in the diaspora, according to the data, was over 20 billion. Let that sink in. The Nigerians in the diaspora, who some of you South Africans think are running away and not building their country, sent home $20 billion. Now, how the government are managing that money, I don't know. There's clearly room for improvement there. I agree. But just because Nigerians travel abroad, it doesn't automatically mean that they are running away from their country. Contrary to that. Now, let's look at this even more logically. If you, as a South African, think that because you stay in your country, you're automatically better, I don't know how that automatically equates to you being better than the Nigerian that travels abroad. Now, I don't get it. Because no country around the world, even America, that we all love to live, even China, no country improved themselves by just staying by themselves. The Chinese travel, the Americans travel, the British travel, everybody travels. They travel and they learn and they see. And that's what Nigerians do. And I know that there's a lot of Nigerians that give us bad PR, but no, there's a large number of Nigerians who travel abroad and take that expertise back home. There's a large number of Nigerians who travel and see what's going on, and they're making content, sharing with people what they've learned.
That is just a nice way to put it. Nigerians aren't like other Africans. Listen, we are specially built. Every tribe in Nigeria practice this method. Do you know why we are easily identified as Nigerians in foreign land? It is because we cannot be resident in foreign lands without giving back to our homeland or to our local communities in form of community building or sending money back home to cater for our parents and our loved ones or relatives. Many communities are built or refined or have centers developed or renovated by the diasporans. We value our lands, the lands of our ancestors. Here is an advice, that is, if you wish to accept it, whether you want to accept it or not, it is going to stay here. Do not get carried away by those of us bashing our nation, especially those of us in your land, because some of them are using it as a strategy to penetrate your communities and to get what they want, especially because they realized that it is what you want to hear. Why is it that Nigerians badmouthing Nigeria are mostly in two nations in Africa? Have you seen that it is because majority of you in your nations are toxic? Even your brother Julius Malema told you the simple truth. That is, if you will listen.
But no one is going to brush all Nigerians with the same brush. The banks in Nigeria are owned by black Nigerians. They own properties. Nigerians in that entertainment industry, they are not competing with South Africa. They are competing with America. When you see a Nigerian artist, when you see a music video of a Nigerian, you will mistaken it for American.
Yet, some of you will abuse him just for being reasonable and having common sense. Nigerians, do not stay where you are not wanted. There are so many places to flourish.
Walking down the streets, feeling the breeze. In the sunshine state where dreams come with ease. Palm trees swaying with the ocean in view. This is the place where I always feel brand new. Sipping on a smoothie, chilling by the shore. Got my shades on, feeling like I can't be ignored. Sun-kissed skin, feeling so alive in the soft rap game. I strive to thrive. Waves crashing on the sand as I ride the vibe. Soft rap flowing, let the rhythm collide. I'm the king of this groove with the catchy hook. Got the ladies moving and the fellas shook. Just down the boulevard with the top down low. Music blasting loud, feeling the flow. Neon lights flicker in the night's embrace. Lost in the moment, in this rhythmic chase. Catching glances from strangers as I pass them by. In the city of dreams where stars light up the sky. Every step, every verse takes me close to the high. In the soft rap world where I spread my wings and fly.